Uncle Job, Snap, who up on Black Power, family. What up? It's your brother in Google, now you see R.A.M. And once again, you're tuned into R.A.M. RBG TV. And you know, we keep it G. Raw, nut cut, common sense for the common people. Dealing with the common issues, and you know we trying to seek those common solutions. So here we go. So all in together now, family, say nice, loud, and proud. What's the method, the motto, the mantra, motivation, and the madness? Been walking with us long enough, you already know what we're bringing, so here we go. You know that the answer is black love, because black love is the cure for the black nation, family. So let's get it. Another one of those things make you think, because you already know, family, thinking ain't illegal, living black ain't wrong, all in together now, right? We got to talk on a serious topic that a lot of folks, a lot of the loud ones, I want to say, right? They're afraid to speak on. That's mental health. We got to talk on the mental health of our people, man. Real talk. Because let's face it, when you look at reality, when you look at how we moving, we look how we flowing, and this, that, and third, or the lack thereof, you have to be honest with yourself and face it, fam. Black folks is crazy. Black folks is crazy. And we have to say this genuinely, because we have to be honest and face what we're dealing with head on. That's the only way things are going to change. Now, you already know what I always say, the way I bring it, based on what reality shows. We got more than enough demands, cries, complaints, etc., etc. But when it comes down to change and application, that's where the line is drawn. So, throughout this episode, I'm going to just, we're going to pinpoint certain things or whatever, certain common things. Again, common, dealing with common people. And I want to show you how this thing is actually practical. I'm not going to get too deep into it. I'm no major psychologist. Yeah, I'm a psych major, but whatever, I don't have those credentials. I'm going to just tell it to you on a regular, day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? On a mutual level that we all can understand, right? Make it practical. So, with that being said, welcome me the way I walk with you. You family know how we do. This is R.A.M. RBG TV. Family, you know we keep it G. Again, we talking on mental health, man. Again, thinking ain't illegal, living black ain't wrong, all in together now. So what I want you to do, real quick, real briefly, watch this little clip, get your mind jogging a little bit, and then when we come back, we're going to talk, we're going to build. So again, keep it locked. In a minute, think, family.
For me, it's usually bipolar, depression, anxiety. Those are the three things I usually link mental illness with. And it's the three things that are very prominent in my family that a few family members suffer from, and myself included. So those are the three that's...
And you?
When I think about mental illnesses, I would think about the most extreme circumstances. For example, someone who is in a mental institution with schizophrenia, for example, dementia. It's only recently that I've had a different view of mental illnesses, where I would include things such as bipolar and anxiety and depression. It is often ascribed as a white disease. Why are you depressed? White people are depressed. White people are bipolar. Black people aren't.
I understood that there are black people, especially KwaZulu, how would be like, oh, if they see somebody who suffers from mental illness, the first thing they'll jump to is, he's bewitched or she's bewitched, and it's always something that's, it's either the ancestors or something, some sort of foul play. But I think that it also, having studied biology, it's also something within the brain, and it's not always have to be that the ancestors are not happy or somebody's working against you. It also happens to be how you were built, how genetically there is some disorder, there is some dysfunction within you, and it's okay, because there is help, and that you should look for help and not have to feel like you are
Yeah.
Welcome back, fam. You still once again tuned in to RNMRBG TV. Once again, it's your brother and Google IC RNM. Today, once again, we are talking on a very serious, critical, vital, most important issue, if you will, dealing with the people. That is black mental health, man. Because if you already know what I'm bringing to the table, you already know my equation. What you think is what you're going to be, what you're going to speak. That which you speak is going to come that which you walk. So again, that which you walk is going to be that which you pass on to each and everybody around you. That's the equation. Your thoughts, your speech, your walk, your spreading. That's how it goes, right? Like I said a minute ago, man, we have to face it for what it is, dealing with the times and the circumstances that we're being faced and forced to deal with, nonetheless. Whether it be from outside forces, internal strife, whatever the case may be. We have to face it for what it is. Black folks are crazy. Case in point, insanity. We do the same things over and over and over and over and over again, no matter what lane, alley, angle you coming from, right? We present the same speech, we present the same ideas, thus reflecting the same walks, ultimately equating to the same results, time and time again. That's called insanity, family. When there's no alteration, when there's no going back to the drawing board trying to refigure things out and really regroup and really strategize and plan for the next move. Nope, you just keep doing the same thing, A through Z. Same thing, A through Z, and you keep getting the same results. That's insanity. That's just a brief example. But what I want to do is, I want to go through just certain key things, so again, to show this is how this is practical on a day-to-day basis, family, dealing with the family. Case in point, depression. Let's talk depression real quick. Again, we're going to do this real briefly. We're not going to get in too deep and too scientific because that's where your own individual study and research comes into play. You dig? Take the time and make the time and whatever to learn yourself. That way you can reflect on what's your own people. Gut check. So depression, right? Depression ultimately, right, it deals with your personality and your moods and all of that good stuff. Basically, you have a lack of a personality. I have a lack of interest of being around people, a lack of ideals, if you will. You're just pretty much in an overall funk. You just sitting there, just blah, just it is what it is, watching the world pass you by. Now, with that being said, reflecting on the black body, right, black family. When you look at global events, when you look at national and international events, everybody, like I always say, time and time again, everybody is playing the game to win. Meanwhile, we are being played like that game so they can win. What am I saying, family? We just sit back, cry, complain, like I said a minute ago, wishing, hoping, praying, meditating, all that good stuff, all these good fancy words, feel good words nonetheless, that have the lack of action. This is what I mean what it says by the lack of interest. You have the lack of interest to really want to build yourself up, really want to push yourself forward, individually as well as a collective level. We have a lack of interest. Again, the words say one thing, the look says another thing. And like I always say, nobody does the look better than us. We got the look down pat. But when it comes to the actual genuine interest and put in, to put up or shut up, we all want to choose to shut up. Why is that, family? We're depressed and we don't want to acknowledge that fact. Just a little brief example. Anxiety, right? The constant worry, the constant fear. Face it. Like I said a couple episodes ago, man, go check it out, RNMRBG TV. We have a fear of success, family. Again, we have to look at our thoughts. Look at the way we think. Thinking ain't illegal, living black ain't wrong, family. All in together now, fam. Look at our thoughts. We really, from the very things that we say, which is a reflection of our thoughts, to the very actions that we move and the very deeds that we do, which is a reflection of our speech as well as our thoughts. You see how that equation always comes into play? We live in worry of what somebody else is going to do. We live in worry of how something else on the outside is going to play and what we should do or wait for or the lack of thereof, right? Versus, going back to depression, dealing with the lack of interest, we don't want to take that opportunity and make the opportunity to put that interest and the fear and worry to the side and to put that into, let's say, some type of motivation, if you will. Fear and worry needs to be transferred into motivation, family. You need to be motivated to do things for yourself, to sustain yourself, just because it's the right thing to do, without the worry of somebody else, without the fear of somebody else, whether it's an outside alien or even your own brother or sister. Because at the end of the day, fam, we have to be real too. All skin folk and kinfolk. You got to be on the eye open, you know what I'm saying, on the swivel to know who's who, what's what, and know how to move accordingly, fam. You feel me? Gut check. So we gotta stop living in fear. We gotta stop living in worry, man. We have to live with the ideals of motivation. Live with the ideas of, I have to do this for me because nobody's gonna do it. You understand? So fear and worry, let's suppress that, kill that. That needs to die today. Think. Bipolar disorder. This is a good one. Now, bipolar disorder pretty much is another it's another mood disorder, right? You're basically going from polar extremes. 1 minute you're high, I'm not say high, but you're on a high, you're happy, you're excited, this, that, and the third. Very next second, you're on the low, you're angry, you're riled up, this, that, and the third, rah, rah, rah. Okay? Now, dealing with black people, dealing with the trend followers of this whole, activist online, evolutionary online thing, whatever. Okay, cool, right? As well as the common folk, the 85 dumb, deaf, and blind that the so-called activists love to call. You get what I'm saying, right? Dealing with these two type of people, right? 1 minute when something's going down, again, from an outside entity, coming in, moving in on us, attacking us in any shape, form, or fashion, whether it's education, police brutality, food, nutrition, you name it, it is the game of the game, right? Anytime there's an outside entity going on, we got the most, again, cries and complaints. Rah, 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 sis, boom, bah, they're doing to us. We demand justice, just as all else. You know the language. When something goes down on the in-house level, I don't want to say nothing. Because you know why? I'm kind of cool with Johnny. I don't want to turn Johnny in. I don't want to deal with Johnny. So meanwhile, Johnny's shit just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, funkier and funkier and funkier. You know why? Because it's not dealt with. It's not held to an accountable level. This is the type of insanity that we deal with, family. So 1 minute, we're riled up, we're fired up to do something, but we don't put the action behind it. We just talk it. Next minute, we're all peaceful, loving, forgiving, etc., etc., etc. Next. Okay, I didn't even go no further on that one. ADHD. This is a good one. Now let's be real. If you're pretty much in my era, in my generation, whatever, this is a term that you pretty much did not hear growing up. This is a term that is pretty much new on the scene, and I guess you could say the medical term is what is it? Attentive deficit hyperactive disorder, right? Basically, you're wired up, right? Now, I want to go with, shout out to Dr. Umar. I like the way he broke this one down, because this one is real. This one basically, on a modern day level, dealing with the black community, right? This is the absence of your daddy from the home disorder. Why do we say that? Why does he say that? And I love the way he puts it. It's very simple. You got the lack of the structure. You have the lack of the balance. You know what I'm saying? The lack of that gut check, if you will. Right? Now, shout out to the mom dukes out there that holds it down. You know what I mean? Doing what they got to do on a single mom level. Hey, peace and black power. Keep doing what you got to do or whatever. Keep striving for better for you and your family. Cool, no problem. I'll give credit where credit is due. But at the end of the day, we do cut our children short when they don't have that second pillar, fam. In order for a great nation to run, you have to have those two great pillars, the man and the woman. Look at any other nation around you. Look at any other group of people around you, fam. They don't have to deal with that whole in-house male against female, female against male, brother against sister type issue like we do. We get into our own ways. One, we already know how they want to separate us. But at the end of the day, the moves that we make today on our own, based on our own thoughts and our own speech and our own deeds, we cut ourselves short. Meanwhile, the children suffer. We got to think about these, fam. So again, ADHD is the absence of the daddy from the home disorder. When you bring that father back into place, a good father at that, a good male role model, a good father figure. I ain't just talking about no old average Joe Blow from on the street hanging on the corner. I'm talking about a brother who has his mind right, so he knows how to direct his family, knows how to protect and secure his family. That type of brother. When we get these type of men back in the home, I guarantee you, family, I guarantee you, it will reflect in that woman, it will reflect in his mate, the mother of those children, ultimately reflecting in the children themselves and the way they flow throughout society. Trust me what I'm telling you, family. All it takes is one good family and to multiply and radiate amongst other family in a tight, close area so we can vibe and multiply, family. This is where that whole nationhood thing comes into play, family. Familyhood is nationhood, but at the end of the day, in order to reach that familyhood, to get to that nationhood, the black man and the black woman, for the sake of the black children, need to get their shit together and bring it back home. Gut check. Schizophrenia. Let's talk about this one real quick. Same person, one person, right? This is another, I guess you could say, mood disorder, personality. This is a mood and a personality disorder, right? Now, of course, it all depends on how you feel dealing with the moods or whatever that can trigger or suppress something, right? But dealing with the personality, this is a good one right here. Dealing with a schizo, you get with a person who has different personalities all held up in one person, one body. 1 minute you're this person, 1 minute you're that person, 1 minute you're this person, 1 minute you're that person, right? Let's take that and make it practical to black people. One minute we want to do this, right? Which is the whole unity thing, right? Because it's a trend. Next minute, we want to ride down on that same brother that you was just calling comrade, or that you was just calling sister. Now that comrade is a nigga, forgive my language. Now that sister is a bitch, forgive my language. These are all, again, different personalities, all highs up in one person. Meanwhile, the same rah-rah that we had while we're typing, while we're Skyping and doing our YouTube thing and whatever the case may be to get our likes, comments, and views and all that good up stuff up, right? Enemy, adversary, competition, whatever you want to call them, right? They sit back and laugh. They watch. They're off the hook, if you will, because you pretty much let them off the hook. But at the second ago, 2 seconds ago, your speech was about them. Your speech was directed toward them. But at the end of the day, because your mood got triggered or swayed a different way, because your brother or your sister, now again, forgive my language, that nigga or that bitch, forgive my language, friend, but I'm making it practical. Your mood has been altered. Now, your personalities, first you was a comrade down for the cause. Now the other personality comes on the front. Now you a gangster ready to go ride down against somebody who's, whatever the case may be. You see what I'm saying, fam? We have different moods, different personalities, all held up in one person. We're not focused. Our thoughts are not centered. Our thoughts are not programmed right to what we need to say. We need to do and act. We say things because it's a common thing to do. It's a trend, and like I said before, it's dying. The veil is being removed. So now we're seeing who are the ones who have multiple personalities, and we're trying to isolate them and set them off to the side, because at the end of the day, let's be real, they're going to get in the way. They're going to hold up process for those who are focused, those who are straight ahead. You understand? So we have to really pay attention to these type of things, man. This is why I keep saying, fam. And forgive my language and forgive my my delivery. Like I said before in the beginning of this video, black folks are crazy. Are you starting to see what I'm talking about, fam? All this rah-rah that we have, it goes out the window once your mood is swayed by a difference of idea, a difference of belief, a difference of wording, whatever the case may be. All of that anger is now aimed at your own brother and your sister. Who is now, I'm not gonna say it, but you get what I'm saying, man. We're crazy. OCD, all right? Obsessive compulsive disorder, right? Now this is ones where people pretty much have to do certain things all the time, a certain way, a specific order, a specific way, all the time, every day, right? Basically, they demand perfection, right? The perfectionists, if you will. Let's make it practical to black people. Again, we got more cries, complaints, demands than anybody else on the planet. Nobody does it better. But I'm going to throw another letter on to OCD. I'm going to say it's LOCD. I'm going to say it's the lack of obsessive compulsive disorder, right? Why do I say the lack of? Again, we have more demands, more cries, more all that good stuff. But when it comes time to put up or shut up, to get down and dirty, make this work happen, grind time, when that comes around, right? This is where you see the lack. This is where all that pretty much, all those words become null and void. Your cries, your worries, your demands become empty, family, because you failed to put up or shut up. Basically, so what am I saying? Shut up if you're not going to put in the work. You say you demand this, but at the end of the day, your demands are really wants. You're begging off somebody else to give you this. Why is somebody going to give you anything? You're stupid to wait, sit back and wait somebody to give you anything. Fam, play the game. Play the game the way it's being played, unless you refuse to be, you allow yourself to be a game nonetheless. You wish and hope to be a game. Why? Because your thoughts ain't centered. Your thoughts ain't structured. Your thoughts ain't organized, family. You're crazy. We're crazy. Again, we have to face this stuff, fam. This is why I keep saying, fam, I personally, and those around me, RA&M, big up, 432, big up. That whole white man is a devil, that type of mentality and that, y'all can have that shit. Because again, going back to OCD, or should I say LOCD, that begins to initiate the lack of work, the lack of effort, the lack of initiation into the process. But again, you demand perfection. Perfect your ass and sit your ass down until you decide to perfect up and stand up. Gut check. Autism. Now this is a new, I won't say this is a new one, but this is, for the lack of a better phrase, this is a new one, right? Now autism pretty much deals with the disability or the impairment, if you will, to communicate ideas, thoughts with one another, and so on and so on and so on, right? Again, you can look all these different things up if you want. If you got a DSM book, shout outs to you. I do not. But again, do your own homework. You'll see how this stuff is real, fam. Look at our communication, how we deal with one another. From brother to brother, sister to sister, elder to elder, youngin' to youngin', and all mixed up in between. We cannot communicate ideas for shit. One, watch this. We talk this unity thing, right? That's the key word, right? That's the famous fancy word. Everybody loves to talk. We talk the unity game, right? Nobody talks it better, but everybody walks it way better, right? We don't want unity. We want uniformity. That's what we want. We want uniformity. Everything got to be my way or the highway. Robot status. And I want millions and millions of gazillions on some iRobot type shit. We don't want unity, because at the end of the day, a unified body, a unified body politic, you're coming with different ideas. You're coming with different angles and this, that, and third, right? Different strategies, all trying to find a common mutual amongst those different ideas to push forward towards a common goal. One God, one aim, one destiny. 432, what up? That's not what folks want. Folks want uniformity. My way or the highway. And if you ain't down with my way, you's a coon ass nigga. You's this, that, and third. You's an agent and yada, 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 yada. We're crazy, family. Face it. Face it. Nobody talks it better. Everybody walks it better, though, man. Post-traumatic stress disorder, right? And this is one that you're going to hear about dealing with people coming from, wartime situations and yada, yada, yada. Yeah, mainly dealing with military folks, right? Cool, no problem. Black folks, you got the same thing. You know why? Because issues from long ago, generational, we got to add this word in there too, right? Generational post-traumatic stress disorder. Yes, you have to add that in there, because at the end of the day, and this is guaranteed fact, you can look this up, I tell no lie. Until certain issues within lives are resolved, are dealt with, or whatever the case may be, held up to that accountability level, that responsibility level, things are altered and changed, you'll pass on the same frequencies, the same energy from one generation to the next one, from one generation to the next one, from one generation to the next one. Face it. It's not that hard, family. Again, you don't have to get all super saiyan scientific with this shit. You can put it on a common sense level and see how this affects us on an everyday level. And mind you, this is just only a small handful of whatever things that can be discussed, whatever. Again, when you go and do your own homework, your own research, you can take pretty much any mental health disorder that's out there, whatever, and you can pretty much match it up with black folks right now today, to date. What am I saying? What am I saying that? Why am I saying what I'm saying? Am I riding down on the family? No. By far. I'm saying this, man. We have to stop bullshitting. We have to stop romancing things, fam. Yes, we know who we were from a million gazillion years ago. But again, like I stated a couple episodes ago, you can check this out on your own. RNMRBG TV. What up? The African of old is long gone, never to be lived again. We can look at him and her for research and study this, that, and third. But when it comes to living that life, never to be lived again, we have to take what they did, the pros, the cons, the bads, the goods, in between, etc., study it, see how we can apply and fit to today, make it a modernized thing or whatever. And if we're not going to take that energy or whatever and do this, that, apply it, why are you regurgitating it? Why are you wasting your time opening your mouth speaking on this shit? It's a waste. It's null and void. You're faking jacks out here, fam. All you're doing is becoming more and more and more and more a bigger laughing stock, family. think, family. Again, we are crazy. And I say that with all love, humility, and respect, family, when I say that. So don't feel no way. Face it for what it is. We are mentally jacked up. And we have, and not for nothing, it's not necessarily all our fault. Again, when you look back in the past, we can see where it all stems from. Cool, no problem. But to simply stay there, that right there is a state of handicapping yourself, a state of insanity in itself, because you're refusing to leave from that state. You're refusing to leave from the state of suppression, depression, if you will. You're refusing to leave the state of anxiety. You're refusing to leave the state of these bipolar fits and this, that, and third, dementia, the ADHD, etc., etc. I can go down the list. You can too. You're refusing to do that. That's a state of insanity. Crazy. You have to push yourself forward, because if you don't, you will remain right there as the world goes by, lap and lap and lap around your black ass. Gut check. Again, family, we have to stop romancing things, man. We have to be real with it. That's the only way things are going to change, man. This complete cosmic change or whatever that everybody wants to talk about. Right? Big up to Khalid Muhammad, the doc. He's the one who brought those words out. Complete cosmic change, right? Y'all want to talk revolution, but y'all don't want to y'all don't even want to revolve. To revolve is to change, to turn. Y'all don't even want to do that. Certain words, it's again, to sound good, to feel good, to look good. But when it comes to that walk, goddamn, boy, Negroes will shake up every time. You know why? Negroes are crazy. I just wanted to throw that on the table, man, so people could really think about something real quick, man. Again, you can take your own time, you can study it, do your own thing. But at the end of the day, until we face it for what it is, man, and then strategize a way to combat that stuff within ourselves so we can rise up and resurrect our own minds, right? All the different, watch this. Until, like I said, until we identify whatever disorder that we're dealing with on a mass body politic level, on an individual level, and then deal with it, target it, and annihilate it, until we do that, the different, all the different feel goods and look goods will mean nothing, family. So it doesn't matter what you put on, what you smell good, your oils, your incense, or whatever, your what spiritual system you want to get into, whether you want to deal with Nav Valley, Ifa, this religion, that religion, it doesn't matter. All that shit will be null and void again, because you refuse to tap in, deal with, resolve, so we can move forward, fam. Gut check is what I like to call them. Got to deal with this type of stuff, man. So I ain't gonna go no further, man. I want you to go further in your own, man. But I do take you, I give thanks for you give me the time. It's serious, man. It's serious. We have to deal with this type of stuff, man. We have to tune in. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing this is about. Tuning into self. Everybody want to talk this knowledge of self game, but again, until you tune in, you just talking words. You faking jacks, man. Face it, man. Based on the things that we've been through, based on the things that we put ourselves through, we are crazy. We have to admit that, fam. And until we get the proper help, until we tune in to seek the proper help, because the answers we already have the answers. We're born with the answers. That's the very thing about it right there. You have the goddamn answer. We are the answer. But until you get past that mental roadblock and see things for what it is, man, right? You'll never see that we are the answer. You'll never see that you are the answer. You won't. You won't. You won't believe it. And if you don't believe it, you won't make it a reality. And if you won't make it a reality, your life will be whatever everybody else tells it to be. Simple. So with that being said, family, keep it locked, keep it G. Give me a comment, give me your feedback. You already know what to do, man. Gut check. Comment box, holler at me. Thank you for walking me the way I walk with you, fam. You know how we do, man. This is R&M RBG TV, man. We keep it G. It's your brother in good one. I used to R&M. Like I always say, family, think. It's not illegal. Living black, because it's not wrong, man. All in together now, man. Black love is the cure for the black nation. Damn it, so let's get it. Why? Because what you think is what you're going to speak. What you speak is going to become what you walk. What you walk is going to become what you're going to pass on to each and everybody around you, family. So you better make sure your mind is in order, fam. That's where it all starts, and that's where it all ends at, fam. Gut check.
In other words, then, the manipulation of history creates real effects in the individual's personality. So it is not an absence of knowledge that's occurring when you and I talk your history. You are put into a state of consciousness, and many of your abilities are wiped out and destroyed as a result thereof. That is why your history is not being taught to you correctly, so that your potential will be forever undeveloped as a people, and you will not challenge those people who rule over you. And even though this world is only ruled over by 10% of its population, the European, the other 90% in order to be ruled over must literally be out of their minds. You as a people had to be crazy to be in the position that you're in. Your state of consciousness has to be one that is deceptive, has to be one that is filled with lies and misinformation and misorientation. How can you inhabit the richest continents on this earth and be the poorest people living on it? How can Japan, with no resources at all, be seen as the richest and most powerful nation on this earth, except that those people who have the earth's natural wealth see themselves as poverty-stricken and are poverty-stricken in their consciousness? You will see later on then that if the education doesn't wake you up from this, you are still going to be servants. You think perhaps that your ability to choose various courses at this school and other schools, your capacity now to choose whether you would be a computer scientist or this or that, means that you have advanced beyond your great-great-grandparents who were slaves. You have not advanced one bit. We don't have time to talk today about what I call the European constants, those things that remain the same despite all the apparent changes that occur in the world. As a matter of fact, the changes that occur in the world are meant to maintain the very basic constants.
Gotcha.
Integration is not just an idea of black people. It is an idea pushed by the white ruling class. You have to understand that. It is to their advantage to run this game on black people's minds. You must understand that the slaves were not mere field hands and house servants. You had slaves with many skills, all types of skills. Carpenters and iron workers and millwrights and shipbuilders and you name it, they had it. Many did not just work on the plantations or in the house. They actually went out and followed professional jobs and brought the monies back to their slave masters. So the idea that you're picking up a skill does not advance you any further than they were. Because in the end, the basic constant remains the same. And what is that constant? Working for someone else's profit. It does not matter that you're going to get degrees and whatever you get them in, you'll still end up as your great-grandparents were, working for a white man and working for the benefits of other people without working for yourself. So then an education that does not liberate you from this. And in many times in history, ladies and gentlemen, slaves and servants educated their masters, but they were still slaves and servants. So knowledge alone will not free you. The development of skills alone will not free you. You must understand that you have to overthrow the situation that you're in. I demonstrated in the African Echoes lecture that it is the forgetting of our history that has robbed us.
All right, fam, I'm back. Every so often I think I'm finished, but I'm not. Once again, you're still on R&M RBG TV. It's your brother Governor R&M. Real briefly. You just heard a clip from the late, great Dr. Emerson Wilson, and boy, was that more than relevant. Now, here's a quick little part I want to throw up, I want to speak on real quick. Because he was talking about basically the bigwigs and the loudmouths, whatever, with the degrees and credentials and, or how I want to make it relevant to today. Now, the overnight Google celebrities and Google scholars and this, that, and the third, the YouTube scholars, all that good shit, right? Everybody has the right answer. Everybody has the answer, right? All of us got solutions. All of us got this, that, and the third, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, right? If you do it my way, it's our highway, all that good stuff, right? But at the end of the day, going back to what I was talking about, the LOCD, or the OCD, whatever the case may be, or the lack of, How often do these right answers, do these right solutions become put into practice? How often? Hardly slim to none. Thus, reflected in our position where we at right now. We've been having so many different solutions, so many different opportunities presented before us to make shit happen. Do what we got to do. What happened? What do we do about it? What do we do about it? Nothing. We sit back, we bullshit, we play around, regurgitate, yada, yada, yada. And we're playing in the same position where we're at right now. So again, what am I saying, family? Either take the stuff that you're learning, put it to use, or close the book. It's just that simple. Because again, you're faking jacks. Let's take this opportunity, make the opportunity, right? Take this information, stop being afraid of the information, stop being anxious around this information, making this information depress us. Gut check. And let's again apply this shit so we can make moves, go forward, on and on and on, man. Stop being afraid of your responsibility. Account for your ability. Respond to your ability, family. Yes, take those gut checks. All right? So again, if you're not going to take this information and put it to use, man, put it to the road, man, close the book. Gut check. To the next one, man.